another Israelite to teach another Israelite, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be upon him, which cuts that doctrine of certain men out there saying that, oh, spirits can't teach. Okay, no, spirits can teach you. You don't have to be led and taught by men. For those men who believe that they have to be up under men all day and riding their coattail in order for them to get understanding, the Lord said, I'm going to give them understanding. And now, and the scripture said that, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. So if a man's not going to teach them, then who's going to be teaching them? The Most High. We just read it in St. John 6th chapter. We're going to go back to that. And every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Okay? For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. So when you get the understanding of the scriptures, okay, this is what Christ was talking about. Okay, and we're going to go back to that. Let's read St. John's, the 6th chapter. Okay, let's read the book of St. John's, the 6th chapter, and the 44th verse. Okay, and it says, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Read. Every man therefore that have heard and have learned of the Father cometh unto me. So now when you get the understanding, who is that that's going to be taught of the Most High that the prophet spoke about? We read the scriptures. The Lord said, this is a covenant I will make with the house of Israel. We get the understanding of the scriptures. So let's go to St. John chapter 1, verse 31. Because Christ said, I manifested my name unto them. So who is Christ manifested unto? Because that's the world which Christ said he loved from amongst the world. That is the one who the Lord said Christ was sent to, that God so loved. Okay, let's read the book of John chapter 1, verse 31. It says, and I knew him not, meaning John knew Christ not, but that he should be made manifest to Israel. Therefore am I come baptizing with water. All right, so when the script, when Christ said that, okay, I have manifested my name unto them, because Christ's name is the word. So basically, you know, the word of the Lord, okay, which Christ was, manifested unto who? Israel. Okay, Israel. So basically, Israel is that world, okay, that God so loved that he sent his son unto. Okay, because Christ was manifested unto Israel. We get to understand the scriptures. And I'm going to go to St. John chapter 17, verse 9. Okay, this is St. John chapter 17, verse 9. And it says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Okay, so Christ said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Okay, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So now, I thought for God so loved the world. Christ saying, I don't pray for the world. Okay, so basically Christ said, I don't give a damn about the world. I don't pray for them. Because the world don't give a damn about Christ if you're talking about all nations. Okay, because all the nations don't give a damn about Christ. Even the bulk of our people don't give a damn about Christ. Okay, hold that. Give me 1 John chapter 5, verse 19. Okay, the truth about Christ according to the biblical scripture. Like the scripture say, he that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, unto him shall flow rivers of living water. 1 John chapter 5, verse 19. And it says, okay, right here, come. And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. So the Christ don't give a damn about this world. This world lieth in wickedness. But see, that's that same world cosmos. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the way John did it. John the Baptist wrote, and he used the word world like many different times. And he used all the different meanings each and every single time that he utilized the word world in his epistles or in his letters or in his testimony. So you have to be spiritual enough to discern from each one of those definitions. And one of that is concerning John 3:16, because 1 minute it's talking about the entire race of humans, so-called. But then in this particular world, which is one of the definitions of cosmos, a particular group or aggregation of substances, we are dealing with what? The world of Israel. Okay, we get to understand it. Okay, so the Gentiles are currently wicked. The Gentiles control this world. Did not the scripture say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked? So for some of you that like to say, yeah, wicked Israelites, but wicked Israelites don't control this world. That's the bottom line. The Gentiles do. Mainly the so-called white man, which, yes, I'm still teaching that he's Esau according to the Bible. All right, so let's go to St. John chapter 18, verse 20. Okay, let's read it. This is the book of St. John's, the 18th chapter and the 20th verse. Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world. Okay, so now that's that word cosmos again, and in the translation from the Greek of the word world. Christ said, I spake openly unto the world. So that means that Christ spoke to all human race? Okay, let's find out what world Christ is talking about. I ever taught in a synagogue, all right, and in a temple, whither the Jews always resort. And in secret have I said nothing. In other words, Christ never said anything to the disciples, okay, because that was an accusation. When you read the verses further up, that he was teaching some private doctrine, okay, unto the disciples, and he wasn't teaching, okay, the same thing unto the people. Christ said, look, man, I spoke openly to the world. I taught in the synagogue, I taught in the temples, wherever you Jews were at, I taught. Okay, and Christ was basically saying, look, man, I said nothing in secret. In other words, although Christ did have secret teachings with the disciples, but basically what he taught the disciples was no different than what he taught to the Israelites. So that word, that